Hello and welcome everybody, welcome. We are finally live with this final series of the day, Vega Squadron versus AGO. Sorry about the delays, guys. We had a couple of delays because we weren't given the IP earlier today, but looks like we are getting live into this game now. I am here all alone, so you've got to keep me a little bit busy, keep me company, asking me some questions in the chat, but looks like this opening one, that at least I think what we saw, is going to be just a eco Vega, actually taking a lot of frags through the smoke, and AGO just ripping their way through. Obviously this AGO side has been extremely strong over the last couple of weeks. Seen them come through the qualifiers, through every single one of the closed qualifiers, back into this main stage as well, and here today in this main qualifier. So obviously AGO, a team that we probably weren't even expected to be here in this winners match, probably not even expected to be here in this closed qualifier at all, but have managed to make it on through and done a beautiful job doing it. Actually being shut down in this round as well. Vega Squadron being a slight dark horse as well. I think overall this is probably one of the better groups that we've got here. I feel like this is probably the most tightly contested match you could possibly have at this level. Just AGO being such a unknown quantity, and not so much on the scene for as long as any other one of these teams in the qualifiers. But that's obviously interesting. Getting through to this next gun round, both teams with weapons all over. AGO, AKs all round, the AWP on Snatchy, such a core player to have on your team. And Vega Squadron already whipping out the double up setup. That's on JR and Hut. Vega Squadron playing a fairly passive defense over towards the B side of things, and an extremely aggressive one towards A. Gives them a lot of information, a lot of intel. And AGO should be wary of where this one's going. But I feel like this one's actually been paused. I feel just the way everybody's lurking back, and I can see chat going wild in the game. So I guess we'll get back into this one as soon as this game gets unpaused. I feel like the stoppage is coming through now. Oh, obviously that was a live call, I guess. Vega Squadron actually having the burst into B. I feel like what happened in terms of the chat is I think both teams called a stop and then both teams called a live as well. But Mia right behind this enemy side. AGO just getting slaughtered by that crossfire. They need to make their way into this B site though, and JR's just going to mow another one down. Snatchy and PHR both fairly low. That nade could have done a lot of damage, but this one might. Just dunked a little bit short. JR making his way in fast and furious. Triple kill there for him. AGO is top. Wow. AGO is 28th in the world. Vega is 29th. That is pretty crazy. Considering both teams have kind of come from nowhere. Especially this AGO team. I don't think they were on a lot of people's radar before very recently. Vega Squadron, especially, just having a close 2-0 to Na'Vi. Unable to take that first map. It went to like triple overtime. Obviously, not what you want to see, but AGO doing well to find these initial picks. JR chipping it back. Been such a core player in the past couple of rounds. And Snatchy might just move into his crosshair. He will, JR. There's a third for him. Back-to-back triple kills. Leaves Furlan all on his own. Needs to make this assault up long, but with the bomb dropped, Vega Squadron can put a good defense all the way around this one. There's a smoke out, giving away his position. Flash as well, but Chopper's going to swing right into it. Furlan on 7 HP, can barely do anything. And Chopper's going to finish him off, chop him down, so to say. Furlan making an aggressive push out. He didn't throw a smoke just then, so Vega Squadron, they're likely not going to know that he's pushed down this aggressively. If he had found an aggressive pick into the B site, then that would have been a beautiful play, but instead just slowing it down behind this smoke. And maybe Vega Squadron having a little more intel than I initially thought. Kind of seemed to be playing a fairly passive setup, just knowing that there's probably somebody close on to B, but the main push is coming towards A long. Charging the way down as Vega Squadron, they are playing extremely passively in this one. Hut finally going for some intel, looking to peek into water. Furlan's going to move straight into that one. So Hut finding that initial pick. And everyone from AGO just playing fairly scared now, down long, and Vega Squadron taking the initiative, going to be able to wrap them on in. Now, I don't think anybody from AGO is going to sense this one, know that it's really coming. They need to get onto this site right now as the smoke dissipates. Blank's already coming through. There's Kesh with the burst. And AGO already on, but Kesh is able to do even more damage. Racking up that second, but PHR lines him up and levels this back to a 2v2. Vega Squadron got to do something, but it's Toa to shut down the third. Leaves just Hart left, and Toa's likely going to be able to finish him off as well, and he does. AGO keeps the ball rolling in the 2v4. Furlan picking up that opening pick. JR can only tag a leg. He's getting so aggressive here. Wants to charge down Furlan, and he does as well. Finds more out in the open on his own. And this is what you want to be if you're an aggressive AWPer like JR in a round like this where your team has not minimal investment, but shaky investment at that. AGO just holding back and steady. Waiting for somebody to look to push in. It's JR here, just holding down the angle with the AWP. Obviously, such a big game. The winner straight through to the final. The loser has to play back-to-back best-of-threes and win back-to-back best-of-threes to make it through to the final stage. They can take a chunk of the $45,000 up to offer and a couple of spots at WCA W17 as well. WCA 2017? Did I say W17? My mind's in the gutter right now, obviously. 4 versus 4. Mia's just playing right around this corner. Sanchez gonna find him back, but this is really AGO just keeping the ball rolling, having players everywhere as well. They're gonna have to go for this push on towards the B site. Chopper, the first man here. JR's here to hold down the line as well. Both finding frags as JR gets his second. That's a third in total as Kesh blasts his way through with a Nova. Amazing round from JR again. He's already on 12 frags. Just pistols for AGO is about to make this assault onto the B site. Furlan getting a kill first. If AGO can actually take this, I'm in such great position, but Chopper's able to really just hold it down. Mir as well, doing a lot of damage. So it does trade it back, but JL's going to finish off the job. Frags coming through thick and fast, but Vega Squadron. It's not on the MP9, unfortunately, so they're not going to get that extra little bit of money. PHR trying to take the tags down, but it's USP out, and Kesh mows 3 down. He's fighting on only 1 HP as the knife gets close, but Chopper's able to keep his distance and level it back up 6-6. Kesh getting really impressive. Grubby and Toa trading the 2 back, but this bomb is dropped him no man's land. And JR, who's been such a pivotal player with this AWP, is just holding it down, staring it down. And PHR is just trying to hold down that angle. At the other side of the map, it's Furlan kind of playing this flank position, not really knowing exactly where he's playing from. It's like JR is going to sweep one back. Cause a bit of a stir, a bit of a fuss. As this bomb's still held down, AGO need to actually move a lot quicker than they ordinarily are and try and salvage it back. Looking for JR's position, but he's all but done trying to defend here. He's going to fall back. They're going to have to pounce right over towards Chopper, and they will find that headshot. AGO, they've already put a good T side on the board. If Vega Squadron can't shut them down now and slow down this progress, they're going to find themselves in a terrible position going on to the second half. JR, oh, he is going to hit that shot. Falls back as well and stays alive. Furlan's got to peek right into him, and JR sees he out. He has been the absolute star, but he's unable to find that 3rd frag again. I think that would have been his 4th or 5th triple kill. I think his 4th triple kill. Furlan all out in the open. Can't find it in result, but he was obviously a bit tentative, a bit cautious about where Hut was playing there. Didn't expect the second man over towards the B site, and instead gave it away. AGO just playing a fairly slow style. Looking like they were going to wrap into B, but Vega Squadron holding them out with the nades. making some change up their approach. And they made tons of ground onto this A site so far. They're all up right in Vega's face before they can even find this first frag. That bomb does go down. JR is going to chip one away. Is AGO just trying to hold down the line? It's JR for the second as well. This guy's such a rock right now. Is Kesh going to be the first casualty for the CTs? As this Deagle does rain through one more time. These pistols doing a lot of damage, caught in the crossfire. Means AGO might actually just have to defuse in this smoke. Hut with that burst knows exactly where Furlan is. And JR actually missing that bomb. And only on 13 HP as well, so he's going to have to do this. As Furlan finds the one, not the second though. Means JR is going to clutch that round back for Vega. JR putting that first kill on the board. He's going to peek right back into Snatchy, obviously feeling a bit overzealous, overconfident. He's hurt as well. He gets flashed into position. Able to steal back another frag. His Vega Squadron just crushing here in water. Yep, he's going to go down as well, leaving just Snatchy left, and he's got the AWP. Like, yeah, nothing he can do. AGO just looking for this pistol around here. This will close up the gap that Vega has really made, but if Vega just crushes through like this, I don't know if anything can stop them. Kesh finding that first frag. And AGO rotating almost everybody off this B site, leaving just Toe here. He's got a defuse kit, but no armor means that Grubber's going to have to chip in, and he does find that initial headshot. But he's got a lot more work to do if he's going to stop this bomb going down. And finally, it sneaks its way onto the site. And Kesh and Mia finding kills as well. Kesh just breaking them open. 3 for him. As Teo is last alive, able to slaughter the first. And Kesh almost giving him a bit too much to work with. Vega being very aggressive on these peaks right now. Maybe thinking Toa's low, but he certainly isn't. 50 HP left. And he has got this kit. Can make his way onto this site. We saw Maniac quad kill. Pistol round on the B site earlier, CT side as well, so maybe Toa can do it, but this bomb is ticking down very far, very fast. JR's not going to give him anything to work with, just shooting the brain and finish off the round. Vega on double digits. Vega with a goodbye here after winning that pistol round. AGO, however, just with these pistols, are actually going to find the first frag. That's grubby for the CZ to do something. And PHR is actually going to trade out Hut. Nice reply here from AGO, who are finding these initial frags left, right, and center. Meaning Vega Squadron actually have to be very careful here. He's going to hit that headshot, does Mia. There's most players really chipping in with kills, but these pistols, they still have teeth. It's Vega to try and slow this one down. And Furlan is up close and personal, finds that burst as well. Levels this back to a 1 versus 1. A winnable one at that for Grobby, who has the Kevlar, has an UMP in hand. And Smoke is going to Chopper's assault onto this A site, but he's likely just going to plant for this UMP. This could be all said and done. He's turned away, turns around as well, flicks it. Grubby, how do you miss that opportunity? That might be Vega over the line just with a couple of these bigger mistakes here. And this is a bit too close for comfort if you are this Polish side, just missing out on the clutches. You obviously have a slight gap to repair at that. I know that I think that somebody said earlier that AGO are ranked 39, Vega ranked 40. So, or no, AGO 38, Vega 39 or something like that. They were only 1 apart. So obviously the rankings aren't really cause for much disparity, but I feel like Vega are the slightly better team in this one, just averaging, but AGO are on a very hot streak recently. It's going to take a lot of firepower to shut them down, and that seems like what Vega is bringing to the table. Like Vega, if they win a couple more rounds, they might just put it over the line. And it starts here. This is a bonus round. They've got the MAC-10s all round. They've got 2 AK-47s as well. So a majority SMG setup. Knowing that AGO is going to be going for the pie here, this is just to keep them momentum rolling, just to keep the money going. And if they can find this round, they're almost definitely going to have won this game. Forcing the eco. AGO just shut down as well. And Vegas money will just be absolutely massive. They've got a $3,000-$4,000 buffer right now, but they are charging in with the MAC-10s. And Verlan caught with an 8A. Means that Kesh is just going to be able to rip them apart. 2 for the MAC-10. As PHR, he needs to get up close and personal now. It is a 2 versus 4, and he does rack that one back. Brings that 4 to 3. As he's looking to line them both up, and he does! PHR, what was that first shot? That was absolutely stunning. He was still moving. And Kesh, he's got a world of work to do right now. AGO, that was incredibly funky stuff, and he finds the 4th as well. PHR, what a round from him. Keeps AGO in this, and I have no idea what we just watched there. But that initial headshot was just gut reaction. That was muscle memory. He saw the face, he just converted. I don't even know if he knew that first guy was there. Straight through the side, still crab walking, and Vega going to be going for this fast push over towards B. There's a Molotov, there's a flash as well to slow them down slightly. And Teo hasn't actually got enough information, so caught with an 8 out once again. Grubby going down this time, and Chopper absolutely wrecking house. 2, almost a 3rd, and JR picking him with 1 as well. And snatching PHR this time. Well, last time it was a difficult clutch. This time it's virtually impossible. Absolutely not a round that they can win. That's why they are going for this save. One man up towards long, the other player joining him.
Terrorists win.
13-7 now is Vega just ripping AGO apart, and you can see their money. It's suffering massively from it. Snatchy has got the AWP, they've got an AK-47 as well, but unless they go for pistols and Kevlar in this round, which they're not, this is looking very edgy here. Vega Squadron could double the scoreline of the polls just in this round after having such a monstrous first half, after just continuing and picking up the pace in the second. Looking like B could be the go-to site for them once again. There's a nade out. It's PHR trying to get aggressive. Knows that Kesh is right in this corner. Takes a meaty headshot for it. Kesh doing a lot of damage just through the side of that pillar, and JR is going to finish a deal. Seal it, as Vega Squadron just getting fired up and ready to go right now. Teo last alive, USP in hand. No way, no method to the madness. No way of getting one of these rifles in hand. Backing off with this USP. I don't know if he's going to be able to find anything. He's right round to the B site, so yeah, he'll be able to pick up a MAC-10 here, I think. UMP. But none of the AK-47s dropped. Vega Squadron. It wasn't actually calculated that he was going to go back to there and to get rid of one of the AK-47s, but it was just JR ripping his way down with the MAC-10, looking for that more favourable rifle instead, and he did pick it up. He's traded it back to an AWP, to an AWP, sorry, once again. So has the weapon of choice, has the weapon that he really wants in this situation. Hut is going to drag this corner, find the kill as well. This is a problem with AGO. Sometimes they seem to be on form, seem to hit every single shot, and then you've got games like this where they can barely do anything, and 7 rounds, it just isn't enough to get you excited about this comeback possibility. Vega Squadron seems to be an absolute powerhouse right now. That's a missed Molotov, but it doesn't really matter as much. AGO just holding a pretty passive setup. It's Hut looking for this opening, and he does find it. Snatches there. PHR trades it out, takes a little bit of damage in return, 46, so nice damage done means he has to back off. And the majority of the players he's up against are rifles. It's going to be slightly more difficult to actually get back into cover, and it's just going to peek right into that headshot. Mia is so crisp with that crosshair, finding kill after kill. This time it's just that one bullet. Erland walks right into Chopper as well, so this might just be an early map point for Vega Squadron. Here as AGO, nothing they can really say about it, nothing to do. Is Teo's going to walk into that one as well. AGO just seems to be all said and done. They've taken 1 round out of the last, what is that? 5, 6, 12? 1 round out of the last 12? 2 rounds out of the last 14, I think. And this isn't looking much better ever since Vega Squadron woke up. They've just been absolutely rolling through the board, and funnily enough, we didn't even catch most of AGO's rounds 1 on camera. That's how early it was.
Terrorists win.
Map point to them, as yeah, AGO really struggling here, really not looking all too good at all whatsoever. And that's obviously disappointing to see after great performances against LDLC, the likes of other teams in the close qualifier as well. Obviously that LDLC game yesterday was so tight and they were able to clutch it through, but this one just being a bit of a bloodbath. We might be going to bed early or on time due to our hour delay. I think it would put us back on schedule. But looking for this 16th and final round of Vega Squadron, as AGO don't have a good buy at all. It's pistols on 3 players, only the rifles on 2, meaning Vega Squadron, great opportunity to close this one out, and Chopper's even going to find that initial frag. There's Snatchy to trade it back, but I don't know if there's much hope left against these rifles. Hut's going to find another one. And this is AGO on their very last legs, their last lifeline here, as this B play is likely going to come in, and Toa's the only player over here to try and hold it down. He's got an M4 in hand, but he's going to have to do a world of work. Here come the nades, here come the Molotovs, and here come Vega Squadron Toa going to be the first to find a frag, but it's traded straight back. This is practically over unless PHR can do something magical again. He's going to get caught in midair for the 16-7.
Farmskins.com. Top 2, the most visited case opening platform worldwide. More than 70,000 case openings every day. Many cases which have become legendary for our users. Join the Farmskins Club and get your free daily case today.
cause you leave behind in the place that you denied. The dream of life is all I find.
Been wearing life like it's a noose around my neck, hunting vultures as they fly. Every spring a flower blossoms in my hand, and every winter time it dies. I've become the hunted.
Farmskins.com. Top 2, the most visited case opening platform worldwide. More than 70,000 case openings every day. Many cases which have become legendary for our users. Join the Farmskins Club and get your free daily case today.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Welcome. Sorry about that once again, everybody. Let's cast some Counter-Strike. Let's watch some Counter-Strike. It's Vega Squadron versus AGO. And we just saw a bit of a whitewash for the first map. Obviously, Vega Squadron, it was Overpass, now we're on Mirage, which is maybe slightly more AGO territory after what we saw them do to Dignitas yesterday. And of course, talking of the 16-0 that occurred yesterday on this very map, but today they're against a much tougher, more, I would say, more well-rounded force in Vega Squadron. Had a little less luck just from the, probably just from the region that they're in, but recently they've been really showing up. This Russian team, CIS squad, just really pulling through, and Mia is going to start off the fragging with those 2 frags. AGO just trying to hold them back, hold them down. But doesn't seem to want to be happening, as Grubby is going to find just the one. Not just finishing off the job, everybody just getting... Should we get this gun back? Let's get that gun back. That's how you get the gun back if everybody doesn't know. Just gonna try and fix that. Just make sure everything's fine. I got lots of things going on. Lots of different things running about, but the Vega Squadron, they're just kind of keeping up the pace that they started. And look at this absolute demolition through mid. PHR last to peek in and last to fall as well. That was just like bowling. And Vega Squadron, literally hitting a strike. It's AGO really struggling in the first 3 rounds, but here is where it really matters. They've got the AWP out, the M4s all around, Snatchers AWP, so AGO definitely with chances in this one. And Vega Squadron, this is where it's do or die. You've got the bonus round, as we deemed it, as we called it last game, last map over on Overpass, the M4s and the AWP on AGO, but you see Vega Squadron, they're not investing in this one. They've gone for the MAC-10, the UMP, keeping the Galil, meaning that if AGO do lose this one, this is likely just going to be the rollover, where Vega Squadron, they've got enough money to go for the investment, but this is just somewhat of a bonus round. Effectively saying, if you're going to make us reinvest, actually make us reinvest. We're not going to do it of our own accord. We think we're better than you. This is like bully tactics for the CIS side, as they're piling the smokes and flashes all into the A site, and AGO are going to have to deal with this. Snatchy all the way over, spots out that burst, nice headshot as he falls back, swipes Kesh out the server. As Vega starting to pick up the pace here. Snatcher's just watching here for Palace, but Spray isn't actually accurate, but Choppers is. Hits PHR down as Furlan trays one more out. This is actually fairly difficult for Vega, though. To keep hold of this A site is no easy task, especially with the man down. You have got the player on short, though, to actually watch it as Chopper just slices and dices Teo. Furlan kind of just watching for this angle as well, but Chopper's going to absolutely wreck him. As this defuse is coming in, Snatch is unable to get anything done as Vega do convert it. Rifles picked up, and you see how much this has really gained their bank. They've got 8 to 10,000 all round as Chopper going for this MAC-10 again. The MAC-10's being pulled out by Vega. This is such a no-respect style of Counter-Strike. They're not appreciating AGO's recent performances at all in this. They're just kind of just rolling over them, and you kind of gotta like feel for AGO. Unless they can really step up and punish Vega for this sort of play, then nothing's going to be done. They did nothing on Overpass to force the respect out of the CIS side, so they're just getting whitewashed in this one. Two Deagles left. Is AGO just trying to hold back and hold down. Teo probably the only player who can really cause a bit of a stir, as he does find just the one frag, but again, it's a MAC-10 dropped, and traded back out by a follow-up MAC-10 means that Vega Squadron are probably going to have another rifle into this follow-up round, as Chopper might even keep the MAC-10. We don't even know. Mirage, a map it doesn't really lend itself for the MAC-10s or the SMGs as well on these on these gun rounds, but you see how meticulously they're checking every single corner, not wanting to lose any of these rifles, and they're going to keep 4 players alive. So you see already over 10,000 on a bunch of their players. AGO are going to have to do something big here. And it's going to be gun round after gun round as well. So Vega's got the money to be able to put the pressure and keep it piled on to AGO. The answer might be this double AWP setup. Snatchy and Teo. I'm not a big fan of it on Mirage. I don't feel like it's decent, just because Vega, they should be able to get the bomb plant in almost every single round. And when you've got the AWP in an after plant situation, whether you're in a 2v2 or a 1v1, it's just not as effective if you don't know where the player is, especially on that B site. So Vega can kind of abuse this. As soon as they find out what AGO are going for, I feel like that's probably the time to target B. But instead, they're just charging all the way down mid. Maybe not expecting this one, as it's all smoked out. All smoked up, and AGO just finally tossing out that Molotov, trying to hold them back there. Could have got 2 there, maybe a little too greedy as Snatchy finds him. Was looking for the second before he got that burst, or trying to rack 2 for 1, but unable to do so. And Vega are about to go for this split on A. They've got a three-pronged attack here. As Grubby going to be caught all out in the open. Chopper from Palace again doing the damage. Now it's all down to Snatchy here in CT spawn, getting mollied off this angle. Actually going for the more engaged one, and he is going to find that shot. His hut nails another one, but 19 HP is all that stands between Snatchy and death. Means he has to hit another frag, and he's not going to do it. Vega Squadron keep this streak alive in 6-0. They're just not slowing down here. They might find their way into the grand final just like that. I was picking this up as an extremely close series where both teams literally one rank away from each other on the HLTV rankings, which is one of the rankings which I actually would say is one of the more accurate ones. Not like those, literally those terrible Gosu Gamer rankings. Literally one of the most awful rankings in the whole of like anything. Cash getting tagged down to 0 as AGO are actually going to make their way in. There's Theo to peek one back with the CZ, but Vega Squadron already have like heavy manpower, heavy artillery on this B site, and nice things from PHR, just absolutely sidelining one. As Chopper wanting to back off here, not wanting to expose himself to Grubby, but his CZ is actually doing a fair bit and giving Grubby somewhat of a chance here in Apps. Could burst his way out, but Chopper's just too fast. He's been an absolute star early here, and he's on 12 frags, being maybe the JR of this map. Obviously JR, the CIS AWPer, who had such big star power earlier on Overpass. Obviously an AWP heavy map. We didn't really see the AWPs play too much of an effect earlier in the Dignitas game, but certainly did on Vega Squadron's side just 10-20 minutes ago. As now they're almost halfway to taking this second map of the series, and this will be one of the quickest series we've seen. Obviously a couple of delays earlier puts us back on track. Nice opener from Kesh, who was only on 17 HP. And losing one of the rifles early puts a lot of pressure on the AWPs. Means that they do have to hit more than just the one shot. Normally in AWP, you'd kind of be saying, yeah, you need to hit the one shot, and then the rifles, buy space for them, let them do all the work around you. And if you get 2 or 3, then perfect. But right now it puts absolute pressure on players like Snatchy and Co, who are both actually playing towards the B side of things. Snatchy looking towards mid, but they're here over on the B side, which means as this A push comes in, if Vega can just trade evenly, they're going to put this in a terrible position for them, where they're going to have to retake the AWPs, and that's exactly what's going to happen. As Teo does peek one back, 3 versus 2 here, but Kesh right through the smoke is going to rip one apart, and look for the second as well, but Snatchy able to battle it back, find that one frag, and he's right back onto this A site, and he plucks JR out of the air. Big opportunities now, as he knows exactly where Hut is. Right on the site, pins it in. He's going to have to just hit the one bullet, but it's Hut instead to nail the headshot, land it, and put them on 8. 8 in a row as well. This is just an absolute shitstorm if you're AGO. I don't know any other way to say it. AGO just aren't showing us the star power that they've really brought to Farmskins WCA earlier in this tournament, and earlier in this, well, yesterday even against LDLC. I would say, man, they are looking like a top 20 team right now. But now, they're just being completely outclassed by Vega Squadron, who aren't even one of the better teams in the CIS region. Players who haven't had their chance, haven't made their mark, don't have international acclaim on, well, on either team really, but especially on Vega Squadron. But today they're absolutely stomping down, just like a tier 1 team would on AGO. This Polish side just seemingly being outclassed, and do hate to see it after such a run of form from AGO. Could it just take this one series to shake them up and right down into the lower bracket? I don't know. They've got a bit of time to kind of find their footing. But 9-0 now, and PHR is checking this shadow angle. Did spot the shadow first, able to get that frag out. I'd like to see him throw that nade in there just to try and blast the AK-47 back into his hands, but instead going to waste it towards connector. That's not going to really work out. Double up setup, AGO going for this again. This is a risk that they've been taking. It's almost a tradition now. AGO go down a couple of rounds, get out the double up setup once again. Snatchy and PHR all chipping in. This might be their first round in fairly convincing style. PHR just bursting into life there. Leaves Chopper all alone. How did this happen? Just AGO finding frag after frag after frag over and over again. There's Grubby finishing off the job as well. So AGO finally with a convincing round. All 4 players alive as well. Just the one dropping. I think that was Furlan, but you see, like 9 deaths for everybody all around. They've been dying far too much and not getting enough kills. Nobody on AGO really stepping up now. And I feel like Snatchy does have to be the man to really do that, being the AWPer. We've talked about him on Cash all the time, being a player who, when he has star impact, has absolutely superstar impact, crushes down, but it's Vega this time, picking up the pace right onto the A site, and Snatchy unable to do anything, caught through that smoke. Means that Vega Squadron gifted so much space, and Mia here, looking for this frag, just waiting, so patient. He's able to rack up another one, cause a bit of distraction, and scare PHR out of position, meaning he's gonna move his way down. And Vega Squadron likely going to be able to salvage this B site pretty easily. Vega 3 versus 2, but PHR might be the difference maker here. There's the first, the follow-up flash, and Teo's taking this very slow. He's not spotting his teammate, not knowing there's no coverage in kitchen. PHR is going to blast his way down. There's the AWP gone, but it's all down to Mia, who's back here on this site, looking for this follow-up frag. Mia just playing, dodging and weaving by bench, and lots of damage, and the Molotov's even going to finish Teo off. Spread right into his position, and this is Vega double digits already. Might finish this night early, as they only need 6 to close off this series. They've just looked so damn convincing. There's no other way to say it. There's the initial AK spray down mid. Only Furlan here on B, and Vega, they've got many, many players over here. Maybe AGO actually sniffing it out now with Theo pushing all the way up mid, looking for this, but here just holding down the angle. This is going to initiate this push onto B. Here come the flashes, and AGO fully flashed up. Look how long Furlan was flashed for there. Had to back off out of position, and Hut wraps in around him. Bit of team kill, bit of kerfuffle, but PHR is going to really come out on top here. Lots of chaos on this site as players missing shots left, right, and center. You're going to find another one, leaving just Grubby left. CZ in hand. He's going to burst his way, pop his way out onto this B site looking for the first, but Mia just stood all out in the open. Is going to rack up a triple kill and put us on all the ones, 11-1. I accidentally created a note on Siri apparently that said ones 11-1. That's funny stuff. That is funny stuff. I like that. I like Siri. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but I don't know if my mic caught that, but I said like all the ones 11 to 1 or something, and Siri was like, "You have just created a note, 1 11 to 1" or something like that. That's funny. But 12 to 1 now as AGO just can't catch a break. I feel like they might be down and out in this series. I feel like they've probably already mentally checked out. Vega Squadron just completely outclassing all the opposition in this group. They've not had the easiest run either. Dignitas, obviously, well, not being the first. Their first being, who was it? Dignitas versus, who did Dignitas play this morning, folks? What was it? I can't remember. Can't remember who they beat first. Either way, 4 versus 3. If somebody's going to help me who's the 4th and final team in this group, then that'd be much appreciated. Oh, LDLC. So, yeah, they did. So Vega Squadron beat Dignitas. No, I thought AGO beat Dignitas. Oh no, I'm confused. I am very scared right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, both of these teams beat both of the other teams. I've obviously cast way too much Counter-Strike recently. Either way, 3 versus 2, level back to a 2 versus 2. Even Stevens is Furlan with this triple kill, has to rotate his way in. Has to be the man to lock something down, but obviously JR on this site, popping off a opening shot, but he is all out in the open. Gonna throw that flash over to be a bit of a distraction. AGO is gonna find it, but not too much to get excited about. Only their second round.
Counter-terrorists win.
Sachi going for this initial pick over towards mid, and Vega Squadron here going for this classic at this point. A split with, I think it would be Chopper in Palace again. Yeah, he loves this position. He's been playing it almost every single round. And AGO just haven't found anything to really counter him. Maybe placing an AWP to just hold the angle down and to flush him out. Perhaps that could work, but Vega Squadron finally going to pop these smokes through. There are the follow-up flashes as well. And Grubby fully flashed. I don't know what the hell flashed him there, but maybe the pop out of Palace. I'm not sure. PHR only able to take one and return. And AGO do look down and out. This one's the 13th round. Snatchy does pop another one back. As his spray is actually perfect. Furlan fully flashed over. Means Kesh is able to rack up another frag. Just a 1 versus 2 now. It's got to be Teo to do it. Blasting his way through, going rough and ready onto this site, but he can't even find the first as Kesh shuts him down, and it's 13-2 at half-time. Almost Betty buys for AGO. Right into this second half as well. No teams wanting to hang about. AGO were really excited about getting into this series as well. I saw in the admin chat like 40 minutes before they wanted to do the veto. They wanted to get really ready for this one, and they obviously wanted to start. They wanted to start the second map fairly early, and make their way out as AGO. They do find that first pick, but the USP is not actually doing any damage as AGO with clean entries here. Teo trying to tap away as well. These USPs actually getting blasted back, but Mia steals 2 frags in return. Gives himself a chance in this one, but he's going to have to walk into the onslaught of Glocks the USPs as well. It's Furlan and PHR utilising them, and he's going to have to walk right into PHR. Does hit another frag, though, as they move right onto this side. They both pick him, and Mia! What the hell was that? An ace in just a few seconds. Mia goes absolutely huge, and that's it. That's it. Good night, AGO. There's no way back from that. That ace clutch, the 1 versus 5. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. AGO just peeking him all at once. And he just picked up everyone like Hitman with the USP. I am lost for words. What the hell is going on? AGO, they are absolutely battered in this series. A map down, 14-2 down. Mia, just an absolute monster. And AGO, what are you made of? There's nothing left to go. Kesh finding that initial frag for his team. AGO doing a bit of decent damage, but I think it's all said and done. I don't see a way back from this one. That was an absolute embarrassment. It may be with a bit of fire in their veins taking that second round, but I don't think I've ever seen a 1v5 like that. That was absolutely insane. No way. No way. AGO, if there's any way to get you fired up and angry, it's a 1v5 like that. And Chopper is going to come back with this Deagle, finding the single frag, but AGO finding many more all over the map.
Bomb has been planted.
Mia last alive, trying to do maybe a little bit of damage. He's got their CZ holding down an angle. Maybe best case scenario is picking up an AK-47. They're going to have to go for a save regardless. JR went for one in this round, knowing that he wants the AWP. I can't really criticize him much. He is on 7 frags, which is basically nothing in the grand scheme of things, but overall in this series, he's been such a difference maker. The AWP on Overpass, one of the main reasons Vega Squadron was so convincing. But Mia, oh my lord, my man. He's still got this CZ. Weapons all around as well, but AGO. AK's about, just trying to chop about the pistols of Vega Squadron, and here comes Mia with the CC, and again just doing a bit of damage, making his mark on this server and on this game, and probably making his mark on Reddit as well. I feel like that's probably going to be fairly high up there. I don't know, if somebody didn't Reddit it, I really I don't know what this chat is doing. If somebody didn't Reddit that clip, this is a low-level chat. But I got a feeling, I've been casting most of Farmskins WCA. This is a high-level chat. Everybody knows their shit. Everybody, man, people know their shit in this chat. JR finding that initial pick and trading right back out though. AGO really knowing their stuff, knowing where they need to be playing, where they can be countered from. But Mia up here. Rhyme not intended. He's gonna maybe catch out Snatch. He spots him through and finds that first frag. Kills all over the map. 2 for them. His AGO need to funnel the way into A. Vega Squadron just need to hold down this angle. Chopper actually gonna get taken out by Tao as well. So a triple kill for him so far as he slips his way into CT spawn, and Vega Squadron make their way a little bit closer. Grubby all out in the open is actually going to get annihilated and evaporated, but this could be another ace. But this time for Teo, all out of ammo, and Mia's going to find him again. The yin to his yang, and this is match point already. AGO 10 in a row to make their way back. That's their road back into this one, and Vega Squadron have 10 opportunities, 10 chances to close this map out, to close this match out, to close this day out. AGO is They just haven't been the same team as we saw them yesterday. And I think that pistol round really does sum it up. I don't have a replay. Let's hope it's on Reddit, boys. Let's hope it's on Reddit. Fledgett says that he called a 16.5. That's not legit. That's not legit. That's my joke. That's the best joke for today. I'm done, boys. I don't think it's going to be a 16.5. I think AGO are going to take a couple more rounds, which is the Yakut's Law, if you ever heard of it. Cash actually going to line them up. Hit both for him. He's just racking up frags. Furlan trying to go for this pick, but Jail walks right into him. Another 2 versus 2, but this time Vega Squadron caught at the other side of the map. Furlan dives his way. Lemmy's down into underpass. He has got full mid control, but they kind of know where he is at this point as they make their way down, looking to try and spot him. As they do spot him out, there's Hart. Favorable angle for him, just grubby left. He's the only player between Vega and a spot in our winners match in a couple of days' time. AGO right here. Grubby is going to find that first as well. Mia's not got the kit, but he has been such a pivotal player. Finds it. Has he got enough time? I think he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have anywhere near enough time. Didn't grab that kit. Didn't have enough time. He's going to have to back off. This game continues. 15-6. And legit probably just went mad in chat because his prediction out by 5 seconds. This force buy from the CIS side. Definitely don't need to go for it, but want to close this game out early before AGO can gain any momentum. Feeling like they're definitely the best team. This push still coming in towards mid. The flashes baiting Vega back. That's a nice opening frag. One from Teo as well. Into AGO. Are likely going to put another one on the board. This was just to try and shut it out early, be a little cheeky, keep the scoreline in their favour. Pair of like 16-6s, never half bad. But right here, AGO just waiting on this. Furlan's going to finish one more man off. Just Mia left, hunting around this corner. As he might even swap out Snatchy here. So there's an AK-47 in his palm. He's going to make his way back onto the site, but not for long. Is AGO going to finish him off? Blast down the job. And now they've got 8 more to go before they find overtime. Vega Squadron. It's all about finding just the one more round. Pistols just peek into mid, no damage done. Almost deja vu to what happened in the first map. In like the second round of this map. A complete whitewash again. So AGO close this gap to 7. Vega Squadron finally getting out these guns once again. Looking to try and finish off this series. Pretty fast, obviously. 16-8. The sort of score lines where you still say it was a dominant performance. AGO have actually been able to do at least something in this series. So let's say that they do play each other in the winners match once again for a spot in the grand final, in the final stage, sorry. Then AGO, if they can take a couple of rounds here at least, they can be feeling that, yeah, we have something on these guys. We can actually do something at least. But towards the other side of the map, it's Molotov actually catching one up, but it's JR on the back line to find Toa. As they're about to make their push up towards connector. This smoke actually going to be perfect. Kesh just holding down the angle, looking for a couple more frags. He is going to find his second. Out on this site, just PHR left, 1 versus 3 to keep in this server, keeping this game, and it's not going to happen. 16-8 is Vega Squadron. They do take it 2-0. Anyway, if you have been watching today, thank you very, very much. We'll be back tomorrow for some more Farmskins WCA. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Farmskins.com. Top 2. The most visited case opening platform worldwide. More than 70,000 case openings every day. Many cases which have become legendary for our users. Join the Farmskins Club and get your free daily case today.